And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Meowth Rocket here again with the other match for Group I. We've got ZodiacDredd going up against Antlerz44. And this time, I'm joined by a great racer himself, Gimp Extreme. Say hi, Gimp.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
So, Gimp, how do you think this match is going to go? Both of these racers are pretty skilled in the community.
Yeah, I have faced off against both Antlers and Zodiac. They're both very skilled. Zodiac is the 2020 Challenge Cup champion, so looks like we're gonna have a really close matchup here and see a good race.
Oh, no. No question. And we start off with World 4. Now, are there any stages in particular you're interested to see our racers have to trod through?
I think usually in the beginning of the race, you don't want to see anything too long, like a 5-9 Atlantis, anything like that, or even a 7-1. And it looks like they ran into some fire Hammer Brothers here, which is not exactly what you want to see. So both of them starting out with a Mushroom House, which I think is probably the smart move here for both of them.
Oh, absolutely. And not to mention that we're in water. In when you're big, it's not so bad, but when you're small, Mario, it can be a pain. As Zodiac entered 6F2. We started with this fort last time.
Yeah, it's a rare occasion, but sometimes you will see the same forts, and it's just the way the seeds are rolled sometimes. So it looks like Antlers did grab a music box there from the Hammer Bros. You don't see the item used that often, but sometimes you'll see it later in the race when they're just trying to finish up.
Well, not unless it's a Jugum Cloud. Those get used pretty frequently.
Yeah, and the Jugum Cloud, like you said before, you want to use those pretty quickly, especially on those longer stages. So it looks like Antlers is struggling there with the double Sumo Bro setup, so he might be looking at an early game over. Let's hope he doesn't have that.
Well, the only bright side is if he games over now, he doesn't really lose any progress.
Right. He doesn't lose any progress, but he will lose sometimes. Zodiac went back to play that fort and unfortunately did not build a bridge for him.
And there's more fire bros.
Yeah, Zodiac had the rare occasion of hitting a block on the left side and it killing the one on the top where it wasn't even near it. So kind of a weird glitch that happens with the Hammer Bros.
A rare but a welcome one.
It looked like Antlers here is in 6F3 where Zodiac just joins up, so technically they're a little bit tied. Zodiac having the power up, allowing him to move a little faster than Antlers.
Thermio, is this better?
And Zodiac here heading into the elevator, so they're pretty tied as of right now. You got to watch out for the hot feet that kind of have a mind of their own. They can be kind of a problem if you're not careful.
Lord knows they've given many a racer quite the troubles.
Alright, so that should build the bridge. They should be able to finish up the World 4 here for World 1. And it looks like they have the World 1 airship.
And soon they'll be going off against the nerd of the Koopalings, Iggy. How many hits do you think he's going to be today?
If they're lucky, it's one. Iggy here has a weird hitbox that can really cause a problem for the racers here.
Well, it's not quite one, it's 4.
Yeah, not too bad. So Antler's getting out of World 1 at 330. Zodiac just a little bit behind at 334. So we got a pretty close race going on. That was a pretty nice World 1. They didn't have to play too many stages to keep moving forward.
It's always a plus. It's always a plus.
An important thing here too with these kind of races, you want to see what kind of an item they're going to get from the princess here. And it looks like a hammer suit, so that's a huge item to pick up, especially since they don't have the end card games going on in the seed.
That's right, so resource management is going to be important as they've entered 8F1, I believe.
Yeah, 8-4 here is really struggling for a lot of new players. They don't know the route, so The important thing here is keep your power-ups, be patient, know the route, because with all these doors here, it can get really confusing for new players. I remember as a kid, I was stuck on this stage for weeks at a time because I just didn't know where to go.
Back then, they didn't have the internets. You just had to
They
pray.
didn't. Zodiac looked like, oh, just missed the one cycle for Zodiac, so they're still really close to each other as far as time goes.
And Antlerz is going to get a blow!
Yeah, you don't see it that often here in that fort, but you can get the upside down orb, as we like to call it, the bro.
And we see Antlerz is going to go through the good ship Lollipop, try to get a little extra swag.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised to see Antlerz use the hammer suit so early on. Maybe he's thinking he's going to find another one, but he does find a hammer here, so that's a great item to find. Considering they've only done World 4 and now in World 6, the hammer can have a really good use later on in later worlds like 5, 2, or 3.
Oh, absolutely, and it was a hammer that won the last race.
And look at that, right there. Antlerz uses the hammer right away, finds the airship to World 2, so at 5:45, he's already at the World 2 airship.
Amazing.
I have a feeling Zodiac's going to do the exact same thing when he sees that.
Yep.
So we got a pretty close race between the two of these guys. Like I said, they're both experienced runners, and Lemmy's a one-hit wonder, so he's out of here already.
Guess Lemmy didn't want to stick around for the show.
No, he did not. So this is interesting. We're already under, what, under 6.5 minutes, and we're already in World 3. That's kind of a jet seed, but who knows? There could be monstrosities coming up here.
You know, LOC always says something that holds true. It's not how a seed starts, it's how a seed ends.
Very true. I can in fact tell you I've had a couple races with Zodiac that I came back from behind in World 8 and beat them, so it all matters on how they play at the end. And with that, Dredd does get the kill with the Tanuki suit, so we do see the wild Tanuki appears. Command? Command anyone?
And we got to see Antlerz with the rare Hammer Brothers kill.
Yeah, so right now, Antlerz had that little bit of struggle in the beginning, but he's really cleaned up his play here, and he's been playing pretty safe and executing his plays really well.
Oh, but Antlerz loses a hammer suit to a Goomba shoe.
Yeah, Goomba Shoe you only see in 5.3 in the vanilla game, but it is having a rare appearance here in the randomizer.
And you know, there was word that they were originally going to have the Goomba shoe have more use in the vanilla game, but just time constraints prevented it.
That is true. Let's see, both Antlerz and Zodiac playing 6-8 here, where you'll find the big H right here where Antlerz finds it.
Oh, that's where the big H is. 6-8. Thank you. Now I can sleep at night.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Both these guys have been taking, besides the first world, they're taking the exact same routes for each other, which is kind of interesting because when you look at that, it's going to come down to their gameplay as how they're going to survive and see who takes the lead. Antlerz here finding the double Boomerang Bros, and will get a star for his efforts. Not a bad item. I think that's pretty good to take down the any other Hammer Bros you encounter. As Zodiac here is using one of his stars for it. We find Antlerz here at 3-6 with the Fire Snake Bro set, or Fire Snake enemy set. Not what you want to see here. Those guys cause a lot of slowdown, and plus the Fire Chomps can be quite a nuisance.
I don't think you want to see that enemy set anywhere. And
No.
we have a suicidal winged Koopa Trooper. And a boss bass that doesn't know the laws of gravity.
So Antlerz just holding on. We're talking like a 5 to 10 second lead here. And he finds the World 7 airship here for World 3, where he'll take on the saltiest of Koopas, Morton Koopa.
You know, someone really should tell Morton salt doesn't need to go on butter.
Maybe he likes the taste.
Well, I like the taste of mayonnaise. But anyways. The Bass X, apparently you've never seen Pokemon.
Alright, so Antler's here taking on Morton Koopa. Easily takes him down, so he's going to be heading into World 4. I'm going to take a guess and say World 5 is coming up here. Should be an interesting setup, especially if they find it there with multiple forts.
The anime base Pokemon Meowth of Team Rocket.
So Zodiac grabbing the wand at 10:01, 10:05, sorry about that, and he'll be heading down into there as Antlers will be entering World 4, and we're going to find out here in just a moment. Looks like he gets a music box and finds World 7. Ooh, 3 pipes at the beginning of the island. Something you usually don't want to see because that could cause a slight path divergence here. Finding himself up next to a lock, he's going to go back in there and check the other pipe. Zodiac taking the far right while Antlers took the far left. He finds an island with 1 stage. Zodiac finding the right path, unfortunately does not find the fort that he needs to break the lock. And Zodiac does find the right path right away. He's going to find himself in the Navy stage. Hopefully that breaks the correct lock for him to keep moving on. And Antler's finding himself on 7-9 with a boss bass, so he's got to be careful not to get snagged here.
Absolutely. And honestly, I don't think you want to see Boss Bass anywhere. He's just like the poster boy for why it's good to eat fish.
Exactly. Paratrooper saying they haven't had to do 7-9 once. I think I've done 7-9 in every single race I've done this tournament, so be glad you haven't seen it. So Antler's still working on 7-9 as Zodiac's taking on the first Piranha Plant level here. He's hoping he's going to find a decent item that he can use later on.
Let's see what he finds, and it's just a mushroom. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, unfortunately it's just a mushroom, but hey, you know what? You'll take that, especially if you find levels like 7-1 or 7-6 where you need to clip through the wall. Here he's going to find the Air Force stage. Oh, does take an unfortunate death. But he is on the right track, though, because we found that broke the lock south of him, so he's going to want to beat this level. See, there's the mushroom coming in handy. Just to have that extra hit point here.
Oh, I retract my wah-wah.
So technically Zodiac is in the lead, but not by much. We're talking like half a stage here. So while Antler's played 7-9, Zodiac had the time to find out if that was the correct fort. Unfortunately, the Navy level was not. So Air Force is the correct one that's going to break the lock, leading to the castle. So Antler's now in the Air Force stage. Zodiac's going to head back and make his way to the castle here to end World 7. First, he's got to play 7-9, unfortunately. I forgot he did not play that stage.
Not the kind of stage you want to be gatekeeping.
No, not at all.
Why can't it be a nice stage like 1-1 or 1-2 or 1-1 or 1-2?
If it's a nice stage, where's the fun in that, though?
It's fun for the racers, not so much fun for us.
Yeah, that's correct. We want to see them have a little bit of a challenge here. Neo says 8-1. Yeah, we don't want to see 8-1 as well. So Antlers does take the lead back here. He is in the Piranha stage. He's going to grab an item. Let's see what he finds. Does get a Jugon Claw. That's a great item. Zodiac's not far behind him, so he's roughly about a stage behind. And Zodiac is going to use the music box. That might hurt later on if we do find an Atlantis or 5-9 that Antlers can easily cloud over.
So let's
So
see how much of a fight Ludwig's gonna post, and it's a 1, a 2, just like before, just an A and a B side.
Yeah, not too bad. So Zodiac did catch up, but he did lose the cloud. So unfortunately, like I said before, he's going to miss out on skipping in a pretty tough stage, or who knows, there might be a scenario where he might skip 1 or 2 levels to get to a pipe. We'll find out. So guys, let's see, let's guess for World 5. I'm going to stick with World 5. I think we're going to get a Fred here.
I think we're going to get a world... What levels haven't we seen yet?
We haven't seen 2, 3, or 5. And there it is. World 5.
Fred. And we see Antlerz going into 5-6, the paratrooper, the parabeetle land.
Yeah, and this level is kind of interesting here at the randomizer because the auto-scroller's turned off. They have to take a really careful jump there at that second cloud just so they can spawn in the next beetle. Antlerz making quick work of that fire chomp here. Dredd's taking a little bit of time, nothing wrong with that, just playing it safe. Getting that fire flower.
What do they have to do for spawn in 5-6?
They just gotta lead the screen a little bit to the right, and it helps the beetle spawn. If you jump too quickly, the beetle doesn't spawn in time, and you miss the jump.
Yikes!
All right, Antlerz finding himself in 5-1 here. Zodiac not too far behind. He's, like I said, he's roughly about half a stage behind right now. Antlerz is going to take the fanfare, and I think he does this on purpose. He only had 2 lives, well, 3 including 0, but giving him a little bit of extra cushion here if he needs it. So that will allow Zodiac to catch up, but remember that Antlerz does have a Juggle Cloud. And here we're going to find 3F1, this door 6 fort, or if you're quick enough, door 3. So Antlerz does lose his power-ups here, while Zodiac's going to hold on to his.
It could give him just a teeny bit of an advantage against Boom Boom.
Yeah, so that's a huge gap that Zodiac just closed, because he was a whole stage behind, and now he's only just a few seconds. So Antlerz is going to grab a power-up. Not a bad idea as Zodiac moves on to the next stage. It looks like we're going to find 7-8 Piranha Alley. Yikes.
Did you just call it Piranha Alley?
Piranha Alley. All those piranha plants. That tight little jump there can be really rough.
Okay, I can see the name.
Yeah, we got a boss bass sighting as well. So Zodiac's going to play it a little safe here until he can get to this pipe. Get a little safe shortcut through the level.
Oh, Antlerz just avoiding becoming nom-nommed.
There you go. Zodiac picking up a hammer suit, just like in the vanilla game, so that's a nice item to have. Antlerz skipping the shortcut, so this might play a big part if Antlerz can't get past this part. Taking his time, which is smart. Should be safe for the rest of the level. He's going to grab the star, and yeah, Antlerz safely gets through the stage.
Much to his relief.
Yeah, so I think it's 4-4 here for Zodiac. I would be surprised to see... Okay, so Antlerz is going after the Hammer Bros. Not a bad idea. He's going to look for more items.
And what does he get? He gets... Who's putting all these mushrooms here?
Not a bad item. He does have a lot of stars, so he's going to be using them on these Hammer Bros.
And what does this Boomerang Bro give him?
Another music box. Oof.
At this point, you're starting to wonder if Bowser's just trolling us. And Antlerz is going to use a Jugum Claire to go straight to the pipe.
Yeah, not a bad idea. So now the players have an option. You play level 6 or you play level 4. And they're both going to play level 4, which is 1-6, with the Fire Snake enemy set. Not a set you want to see, like I said before.
If they think this is bad, they should see the 1-6 beta.
Yeah, 1-6 beta is really, really rough. It's a lot longer of a stage, too. So Antlerz unfortunately did take a death there, but he is going to bounce back and head right back in there. Zodiac takes the fanfare. I don't think he was going for that, but can't hurt to have the extra lives.
Oh, no question.
Ooh, look out, Zodiac. You got the boss bass after you. Here in 6-1 for him. Ooh, and boss bass gets his lunch.
You know what they ought to call Boss Bass at this point? A zombie. All he does is want to eat.
Zodiac does take on the Hammer Brothers there and only gets a music box. Not the item he's wanting, but could be worse.
Ooh, and now Antlerz gets nom-nommed.
Ah, they gotta watch out. They're gonna make Boss Bass fat.
Is that a bad thing?
Maybe not. It might slow him down a bit. So, in case you weren't aware, Boss Bass actually doesn't have a hitbox. So if the player's running alongside him, they won't take damage. But once he opens them out, that's when he can basically eat them.
It's basically a one-hit kill.
Exactly. Oh, Antler's taking a path he didn't expect to find, and unfortunately is just a coin room here. I think he was doing that in hopes to get away from Boss Bass. Zodiac finds himself in the World 4 airship against Roy. Roy is an Earthquaker. Let's see, we got two hits. 2 hits seems to be the theme for this run.
Yeah, Roy is not our boy today. You know, Pilla, I hadn't seen this level before, this secret world before either.
So them having a Tanuki suit here helps them skip a big portion of this airship, because usually the World 4 airship is the longest airship in the game, and the slowest. I wouldn't say longest, probably the slowest for sure. Yeah. We got another command here, so drop your commands in chat.
Command!
Alright, finding another hammer from Princess Peach here, which is probably going to get used right away. Yep, as I figured he would. He's going to find 2-3 here to start World 1. Oof, and another terrible enemy set.
Those fire chomps just want to play today. Fire chomps and fire snakes all over. And me without my marshmallows.
Alright, so Zodiac nicely taking care of that fire chomp and fire snake. Almost to the end of the stage. Antler's roughly about a stage behind him, so he's going to be catching up though. He did use his Jugum Cloud, so at this point they're pretty evenly matched as far as items go.
We see Antlerz is just entering 2-3.
Alright, let's see. Zodiac finding himself on 2-1, so it looks like a bunch of World 2 and another Boss Bass sighting, so you gotta be careful here on this stage, especially there are a lot of enemies on the ground, especially with Boss Bass looming around them.
That's it, I'm getting my fishing rod.
Zodiac's probably gonna try to take it easy here. Watch. Ooh, good dodge by him. I thought he's gone for sure.
Boss Bass could just smell him, but just couldn't get close enough.
Alright, so we have double Boomerang Bros here for Zodiac. He does take them out pretty quickly here. With the water, being big helps a lot. Finds another star. So these items these guys are getting are not that good.
Must be Poundland items. We're slashing prices. Everything must go!
Zodiac finding himself in the World 5 airship here for World 1. Antler's trying to avoid Boss Bass here in 2-1. That can be kind of tricky, like I said.
Let's see how powerful Larry is. So 1, 2. Whoa, Larry's been beefing up. 4 hits.
It could have been 4. I think he might have had enough fireballs there to get the fireball kill on top of it. I'm not too sure. We're gonna go with 4, but you never know.
And we see Antlerz goes to the mushroom house and gets himself a leaf.
Antler's gonna have to make quick use of this mushroom here, especially being in a water stage. The Zodiac moving into World 7, which will be World 3. heading up against Wendy Koopa, probably one of the toughest fights in the game.
Especially if he's had a Baconators.
Zodiac gonna take on the Fire Bros here. Loses the fire suit, unfortunately. But does pick up a Juke. Yeah, great pickup there. So Zodiac's trying to make a plan. Does he cloud 3-5? Does he go back? He's trying to make a decision. I think he's gonna play the stage in front here and check the pipe.
And I believe this one is the World 2 Quicksand stage.
That is correct. So luckily there's no sun here, but with the nippers here, this could be pretty tricky. Let's see if the fire nipper shows up or not. No. So Zodiac making a nice, kind of easy playthrough of this level, getting stuck in this quicksand here.
It's stuck in my shoes!
I'm gonna give him trouble for that later when we talk to him. We'll be like, what happened in the quicksand stage? Zodiac and I have been, we're good buddies, so I'm allowed to pick on him a little bit. Alright, so Zodiac's gonna check this pipe. Let's see where this takes him. Takes him straight to Wendy, but he does not have a hammer, so he's got to find a way to that fort.
Ooh.
Yeah, either way he goes, it's going to be at least 2 stages, so he's going to find the 1-5 beta here. Oh no, and oh well, let's see, Antlerz might actually have a faster route here. This might lead him right to the fort, and it does. So Antlerz kind of has a faster route. He needs to fight the Hammer Bro here and then play the fortress level.
And Antlerz making very quick work of them and getting a P-Wing for his efforts.
Oh, he is going to go back, though. I'm kind of surprised he went back.
And now Zodiac's going into 1-1. Finally, I can.
Ooh, and then the Cheap coming out of nowhere to hit him.
Cheap, you don't belong in 1-1. Get out of here, you.
Antlerz finding himself in a 5-3 beta stage. This is probably one of the worst stages to see because of these water enemies. A lot of slowdown, you're in water, you go all the way to the right, and then you have to go all the way to the left. It's one of the longer of the beta stages, besides Atlantis. Ooh, good dodge by him there. He's got to watch out for this Cheap. Antlerz playing that level really well.
And now Antlerz is getting a little bit of fanfare.
Zodiac's taking on the Boomerang Bros, and Antlerz just defeated. He's going to pick up this P-Wing. It's going to be a nice find.
Now Antlerz is going through the World 2 Quicksand stage. Going to make his way to the tornado, or as I like to call it, whee! No, it still gives me the creeps.
Zodiac finding himself in 3F2 here, as our good buddy the Haxer would say, the easiest stage to speedrun, because there's really no speedrunning strats for it.
Well, there's one speedrunning strat for it. Don't get hit.
Good suggestion.
Oh, and another one, finish the stage. Okay,
Alright, Antlerz unfortunately finding the right pipe, but then realizing it's locked, so he does know how to get to the fort, but he's going to have to basically take a bunch of pipe transitions, so it's basically going to take the same amount of time as playing a couple stages here.
All Bog is saying, that's an incomplete strat. The official strat is don't get hit, LMAO.
That's true, don't get hit. Alright, so Antlerz again, still roughly about a stage behind, so that can mean anything with World 8 looming up here. Zodiac finding himself in the World 6 airship, going to be taking on Wendy on some flat terrain. So the trick about Wendy is she doesn't actually jump until you jump on her first. So you can get around her or kill her with fireballs before that. After that, she does start to jump around.
Jump around! Jump around!
Zodiac getting a nice fireball kill on her at 29-17. He's exiting World 7, heading into World 8.
Yeah, apparently Wendy did not beef up today and only had the junior cheeseburger.
So guys, in chat, let's see, how many bridges do you think we're going to see? I'm going to take a wild guess, just say one. It's going to be one bridge.
I'm going to go with 3. And we start up, and we're going to 6-1, or as I like to call it, I'm going to escalator land.
Be interested to see if Zodiac tries for a clip here after this door. There is a clip you can pull off. It doesn't really save too much time, but since he has a fireball, it might. He doesn't. Okay, so he's going to go with the normal strat here. Doesn't pick up any of the power-ups. He's probably going to check this last one to see if there's... Yeah, no star. He's going to skip it. He's just going to go for the fireball kill on here on Boom Boom. And Antler's heading into his fight with Wendy. It's 1 hit, 2 hit.
Oh, she did have more than a junior. She just had the standard burger combo.
Yeah. Nice, easy 3 hit.
But Firekill must have taken off some of it without me knowing.
So Zodiac sees 1 lock there. Finds 8-2. He's going to play the Air Force stage, which is going to be the Spike Fort from World 2.
Wise
Nice.
words from the king.
Alright, so Antler's heading into World 8, round 31-14. Not too far behind. I mean, if Drake gets lost here in World 8, Antler's can make a comeback here. The big advantage, though, is that Zodiac still has a hammer suit. Antler's used his up in the second world. So find another pipe that gets broken. Zodiac's going to get grabbed by a hand stage. He's going to find 8-2. Looks like he's just going to play it out.
Not going to take the quick shame.
Oh, I do. I do every time, and I'm not ashamed of it.
I take it too. Forgot to mention, Zodiac's going into this with a 2-0. Antler's is going in the 2-2. If either of them wins 2-0, they're going to be in a very good position to go into the bracket stages.
Yeah, so their whole group still has a lot of matches to play, and it's still up. A lot of it's up in the air right now. Zodiac finding 7-6 here for one of the tank stages. He's probably just going to go for the clip just to save some time. It just depends if you can get the clip early on. And then Antler's playing the Spike Fort here from World 2. So he's starting to play a little bit of catch-up here. Zodiac's struggling with the clip.
Now, maybe it's just me, but I've never understood the deal about the clips. I mean, and right as I say that, Zodiac gets it. Way to make me look silly.
The clips here for 7-6 and 7-1 are really important because 7-6 and 7-1 are vertical stages and they take a very long time, and especially with the randomizer, you don't know what kind of enemy set you're going to see, so it's just faster to clip through it.
But isn't it pixel perfect?
More or less. I don't know all the details of it, but I know it's... So we've only seen 3 locks, so it's either a 1 bridge or no bridge setup here.
As we see Zodiac enter 5F1, I believe.
That's correct. So Antler's is going to be checking pipes. If he finds the pipe and he already built the bridge, Antler's has the lead. He's going straight into Bowser's Castle here at 33-36. Does have a fire suit, so this could be a pretty big upset here. See, Antler's does lose a fire suit, but as long as he plays the rest of the stage pretty safely, he should have a pretty good lead. Because Zodiac is going back, unfortunately. Oh, he finds the second pipe that leads there, so this could be big. If Antler's takes a long fight, here we go. Oh, misses the clip for Zodiac. Antler's...
Oh, and Antler's gets lasered! This could be big for Zodiac!
Zodiac's just gotta take it nice and easy. Again, he has neither player knows where their opponent is, so they have no idea. They're both in Bowser's Fortress right now.
Can you feel the tension?
Zodiac makes the Everyman clip. He's gonna go for this mac and cheese here. Ooh, misses it again. Antler's playing a little bit of catch up. So Zodiac's just gonna go through. He's gonna hope to hold on to this because these guys are neck and neck right now.
Oh, but
Antler's does take a hit. Zodiac dodges the laser. Here we go, guys. Here's Bowser. And goodbye, Bowser. And unfortunately, Antler's. Ooh.
Just come from behind. Get your GGs out for ZodiacDredd as he makes this 3-0.
Yeah, Zodiac's going to finish with an official time of 35:29 here on Race GG. Great race by Zodiac. Antler's played really well too. Just a few slip-ups here at the end, but overall, it was a really fantastic race by both of these guys. Antler's going to check for this power-up down here. Not a bad idea. He's going to find a mushroom, so maybe he could check for a clip, but he's not. He's just going to take the bottom route here. Finds a star. Not a bad power-up, but unfortunately it's not going to do him too much here. Ooh, does help him avoid the fireball, though. Oh, unfortunately, it takes a step off into the lava.
I think Antlerz is starting to let his nerves get the better of him.
And that's okay. I mean, it happens to everybody. I've had it happen to myself. I lost one of my races because I couldn't hold on to a hammer suit. So, happens to the best of us.
I like what Mighty Metric Batman said. Another exciting episode of Reversal of Fortune!
I think Antlerz is going to try for the top again. Doesn't go for the clip. He's going to just take it through the normal way again. Hopefully the fireballs behave and he doesn't take another swim.
I'll tell you, I could go for a swim. Ooh, and
takes the hit from the laser.
Those lasers are just homing in on Antlerz.
Yeah, Pear, I agree with you. We've all been having trouble with the fireball rooms. They've run quite a few runs at the end for me when I had the hammer suit and lost it. The laser has not always been there. And I think it was last year they introduced it where they randomized the fireballs and the lasers and the statues. So that's something that's generally pretty new.
You gotta wonder what else they're gonna randomize.
I was going to take another attempt here at the Bowser's Castle here. Hopefully it doesn't go as... Ooh, dodges the fireball just barely. So guys, stick around. As soon as Antlerz is done here, they're probably going to take a 5-minute break for the runners, and then we're going to start the second race between these two guys, which I believe the choice was all question mark stages. So should be an interesting look at this map, along with having end card games to play a big part of item management.
And again, Antlerz gets lasered. Those lasers just love him.
Mustard's asking, what group are they in? They are in Group I.
Yeah, Bowser's handprint above his. Watch it, Double Bass.
Okay, so it looks like one more jump here for Antlers. Oof, Bowser not playing nice here.
Does Bowser ever play nice?
Sometimes. And down goes Bowser here, so Antlers finally taking down Bowser, having a little bit of struggle there in the castle, but overall it's a good run by both runners here. Should have an exciting second race. As you can see, World 8 again was the great equalizer. And Zodiac wins game 1 as Antlers finishes up game 1 with a 40 minute, 0 seconds, 0.89 on the clock. So hang tight, guys. We're going to be starting game 2 here in just a moment.
Stay tuned.
All right, folks, we are back here for Game 2 between ZodiacDredd and Antlerz44. Zodiac taking the lead here in the series, taking Game 1. Got really good, had a really good Bowser's Fortress. Unfortunately, Antlerz suffered a little bit in the beginning and unfortunately lost his lead there when Zodiac came in with the hammer suit. So this time around, though, they changed it up. They are not going to have the no end card. They're going to do all question mark stages. So all the stages that usually are numbered 1 through 10 are all going to have question marks on them. And there will be the end card game. So it should be an interesting match. They have gotten their countdown and should be interesting to see how Game 2 goes.
Absolutely. And do you have any predictions for how this run is going to go? Or do you think we'll see a surprise comeback? Or do you think Zodiac's going to make this 4-0?
I don't know. I think it should be a pretty interesting one. But I will say that my first guess for the first world will be World 5.
I'm going to go with World 4.
All right. Racers have gotten their countdown, so we should be starting here in any moment. Alright, so we're seeing a World 2 setup here with a fort blocking them right away. Let's see what we find. World 8 fort.
We see them both making their way through the disco waffles. Although Zodiac, I think, may have gone a little bit lost.
I think Zodiac actually went for the Fire Bro suit, and I think it's a strat for when it comes to damage boost later on, so he doesn't have to stop on this run.
Really?
Yeah, so because there's a timer for the transformation when Mario loses a suit, and I know when he's big, it's a longer transition from big to small than it is from when he's just having a fire suit. Unfortunately, he gets stuck on the wall there, so he can't get it on the first cycle. So Antlerz has a star. He's heading straight into Boom Boom's fight. Zodiac's not too far behind him. This is kind of how the last seed started. They were both a little bit behind, or Zodiac was a little behind in the beginning, but did overtake Antlerz at the end.
It's only recently I found out what you guys mean by the peace cycle.
Yeah, the P-switch cycle? Yep. Alright, so here we have the question mark stages, as you can see. So Antlerz is going to head into this one, and we're going to find 1-5. And one thing in the randomizer group, you don't trust sliding down hills. You don't trust 1-5. So Antlerz did take a damage boost. Zodiac taking the bottom route here, and I think he's going for the power-up. I think he just likes the idea of having extra HP. So Antlerz is already done with 1-5. Make some real quick work of that, as Zodiac's just trailing a little bit behind.
Zodiac doing an off-the-top rope jump onto a paw driver.
So Antlerz going... Yeah, he's going to go for the hammer bro here, which is smart. He's going to look for some items early on.
But what does he get from them? Oh, a peeling, not a bad grab.
No, not at all. So Zodiac's going to check the pipe, and I think that's the right move. He's going for the pipe. Skipping the hammer bro is kind of... It just depends on the racer. Sometimes I'd go for it. It just depends on who I'm racing against if I really feel like I need the extra items.
And right now we see Zodiac and Antlerz have both gone into the Navy.
So Zodiac has a slight lead. Item advantage. Antlerz does have the lead there, but it's still too early on, so...
Yeah, Zodiac, I gotta wonder how many pom-poms you guys have.
Zodiac finding himself in the World 6 airship here. Antlerz is going to go for another hammer bro. He's going to find the hammer bros in the water stages. Being very good with avoiding the hits. And he's going to pick up a Jugum Cloud. So that's really important. Now, if we remember last race, he did use it, but he used it on a stage that was relatively easy. So... maybe Fortune's on his side this time, and he skips an Atlantis or 5-9.
And in the meantime, we see Morton's on an extra high sodium diet again. Again, someone needs to tell him salt does not need to go on everything.
So Zodiac does the all-screen wand grab. That will save him a little bit of time here, because you don't have to watch Mario fall. It just ends. So it saves him a little bit of time there at the end. We're heading into World 2, just under 4 minutes, guys. What do you think World 2 is going to be? I'm going to go with World 6.
I'm going to go with World 1.
Antler's making the last attack there on Morton. Hey, World 6, how about that?
And we see Zodiac's going to the 5F1 for it.
Yeah, if the disco waffles behave properly, you can actually move pretty quickly through the stage. Unfortunately, with the randomizer, their movements are kind of the rotations are random, so you don't know which way they're going.
Sorry if I cut you off there for a bit.
Oh, you're good. Zodiac making quick work there. Does lose both of his power-ups there, but it's going to make quick work of Boom Boom. And Antlerz is finding himself in the World 6. He's going to play the stage first. I don't know if he's thinking that lock is going to get broken by the fort, but it doesn't. So now the first end card game is going to show up. Zodiac's going to play that. Let's find out what kind of goodies he can find here.
And remember, just because whatever the symbols say on the end card game, don't reflect what you get.
Exactly. So if you notice there, Zodiac didn't get any matches, but I know for a fact that he took some notes on what they were, so when he comes back around, he can go for a big jump of item increase there by finding a bunch of items. So here, he's struggling a little bit with 2-4. Antlerz is playing the end card game. Only makes the match the Fire Flowers. Not sure. It looks like the Fire Flowers are going to be mushrooms here, so...
So no big whoop, really, as I believe this is 7-1 and Antlerz trying to clip through.
That is correct.
I'm honestly amazed I was right.
Zodiac's going to find out that's the stage, and he's probably going to run in, take the 100 coin fine, and jump right back in once he has a power-up. So Zodiac is going in. Antlerz gets the clip. Zodiac's going to try it with a tail. Doing it with the tail is a lot harder, but it's still possible. So Antlerz is going to play, looks like the next Hammer Bro. Looks like the Hammer Bros on his screen are dancing around. Zodiac does get the clips. That kind of helps him catch up with the Hammer Bro dance there.
Oh, but Antlerz takes a death due to the Boomerang Bros. Not fun.
Both heading into the same fight. The only difference is Zodiac's got a power-up, and unfortunately Antlerz takes another death.
That looked like kind of a cheat hitbox, honestly.
Yeah, Antlerz is probably hoping that the Hammer Bros are going to move away. There is another fort there that Zodiac is going to skip. I think he's kind of doing a little mapping here, figuring out where the pipe leads him. We have another Hammer Bro fight, so getting all these Hammer Bro fights out of the way, getting some early items, not a bad idea for both players.
Was it just me, or did it look like that one Boomerang Bro just took himself out of sympathy?
That's very possible. That can happen. So Nick's taking the bottom right. He's going to find 7-6, so in a way he's probably a little relieved to see both of these stages early on, but at the same time, not if you can't get the clips right away. Oh, look at that. We'll say first try. First try for him.
Well, I think it was closer to the third try, but yeah.
Yeah, it's always first try. That's the joke. Always first try. Oh, Antlerz taking top route. There we go. Look at that. Playing 4-4, jumping off the Paragoomba to get over that one section. That is a very easy trick to pull off, but it can be tough if you don't know the timing of it.
And it looks like we've got a Jet World 6 for Zodiac.
As Zodiac's finding the right pipe there and leading straight into the World 7 airship.
Was it a Jet 1, or was I just a little mistaken?
No, it's pretty good for World 6. World 6 can be one of the longest worlds in this game, especially in the randomizer, because there's really not a lot of pipes that can make it short and sweet. But this time around, they only had to play a few stages to get to where they need to go. They just had to fight a bunch of Hammer Bros. So they're getting to the end of the World 7 airship, where he's going to take on Lemmy, if I'm not mistaken. Oof. Antlerz, it's just struggling with these hammer roasts today.
Relentless. They are relentless.
And Lemmy's just 2 hits. So 8:51 on the timer for Zodiac to grab the wand. He's heading into World 3. Chat, what do you guys think World 3 is going to be? I'm going to go say World 7.
Oh, I'm going to go with World 1 again.
Alrighty. Antlerz is going to play. He's going to find out. I think it's the fort that Zodiac played in the beginning is the one that broke that lock, so he might have to go back. And that's going to be not good news for him.
And Zodiac immediately finds the path to Wendy's castle, but realizes that he doesn't have the hammer to break it.
Nope. He is going to play the end card game here. He will be able to make one match with the mushrooms. Okay, so he does have the match for the 10 coin later on. And what does... He doesn't check his inventory there, so... Does find 7F2, though. Not a stage you want to start out with here in this world.
Oh, and he bumps his head and falls into a lava bed. Oh, the mushrooms are Tanuki suits.
Ah, okay. Not a bad item to get. Having a star with Tanuki suit. Oh no, it makes a miss jump there. Zodiac unfortunately taking a death. Antlerz is playing a stage that is not required, unfortunately.
Now, if Zodiac wins this one, he's pretty much guaranteed a slot in brackets.
Yes, I believe so. He's guaranteed a bracket berth there, but as far as his group stage, he'd still have to win at least a couple more to claim first place. As long as he goes 1-1, I believe, in his next group, if he wins this match. Finding that the tunnel of love there is not very cooperative for him.
Well, right now, Craig SMB3 is completely out of the running with a 1-5 record. So it's between Para, Zodiac, and Antlerz. 2 of those 3 will be going into the bracket stage.
Zodiac being very careful on the the boo. Hopefully not taking any hits. He does take a hit from the hot foot, so he's going to make a run for it now. Antlerz does find the correct fort finally for World 2. That does put him a little bit behind, unfortunately.
Actually, now that I'm looking at the standings, if Zodiac wins this one, Zodiac and Para are guaranteed.
So he does break the correct lock, so this is interesting. So here we go, the World 1 airship for Zodiac. He's heading out over World 3 already, roughly around the 12-minute mark. Let's hope Wendy behaves.
Let's see if Wendy's had more Baconators this time.
It's 2 hits, 3 hits. Oof. Unfortunately, she pops out a little too early out of her shell. Gets Zodiac there. Antlerz does find the airship finally for World 2. He is unfortunately a little bit behind here. He's going to have to play a few extra stages to catch up to Zodiac.
The 3. Oh, and again, Wendy hitboxes him.
Yeah, Wendy's nose keeps booping him in the face, so therefore he's going to have to try again here. Wendy's honestly probably the toughest fight just because of the way she throws the rings out. Like, they have a split time after she comes out of when she lands and comes out of the shell and throws it. Generally, the racers want to get them right before she lands, so when she pops out, hit her right before she lands, therefore she doesn't have a chance to throw another ring. So Antlerz does take down the World 2 airship, and he's on his way to World 3, so he's playing a little bit of catch-up as Zodiac is trying to be very careful around Wendy and all the lifesavers she's throwing around. Looks like she's a 5-hitter today. Ooh, and then the ring gets him again.
Wendy's been just gorging herself on Wendy's food today.
World 3 is definitely a toughie today. It's not playing nice. Antlerz finds... Oh, but Antlerz does have a hammer. So that does play a bigger part here. Antlerz has caught up to Zodiac, who's been struggling on the Wendy fight here.
This goes back to resource management.
Zodiac getting the wand around 1432. He's heading out of World 4. Guys, what do you think here's coming up for World 4? I'm going to say World 5 again.
I'm going to go with World 1.
So Antlerz did take a death there against his Wendy fight, but he is going in with the Tanuki suit, so that should give him the extra 2 HP he needs.
And we see Zodiac's entering 6F2. This fort, the Ice Fort, has been making a lot of appearances, not just today, but in the entire tournament.
Yeah, the World 6 forts we see quite a bit in these tournament races, just because there's 3 of them. You got a high chance of seeing them. Plus, it's just the randomizer. It's just what the randomizer likes.
Randomizer playing favorites. And get your command in chat, folks.
So right now, both runners are kind of playing with fire here, since they're both Antlerz down to 2 lives, Zodiac down to 3. So could be a very interesting finish here.
And Iggy is going to be the one awaiting them at the end of this little world, as Zodiac enters 8-1.
Yeah, 8-1 can be pretty troublesome. Generally, if you have a tail, you're able to fly over about half the stage. Overall, it could just be tricky. There's a lot of bullet bills and a lot of fire. Like, we see the Firefoot and Boo enemies here quite a bit. Zodiac making a really good job dodging the Boo, but unfortunately taking a hit at the bullet bill.
And another bullet bill bringing him down to size, but can he make the jump through the Koopa Troopa? Yes, he can.
He gets through 8-1. Very nicely done there by Zodiac. Antlerz finding himself in 3-1 for his level. Going to take the top route, skips a good portion of the stage. A lot faster that way. Zodiac taking care of these Boomerang Bros. Let's see what item he gets. He gets a star. Not the best, but we'll take it. Item's an item.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I may have missed it there, but it looks like Antlerz used his Jugum Cloud to skip over that stage.
And now Antlerz is entering the pyramid.
I'd be very surprised to see Antlerz not take the fanfare here at the end of the level, since his life situation is pretty low. Oof, having some trouble here. Does get a star, so he lost his Tanuki Cloud because he was trying to get the Parrot Beetle for the block there.
And we see Zodiac doing something not seen often, and actually using that secret item that's in the 3-1 topping.
Alright, so Antlerz at the very end of this pyramid stage. Just hope he can get through it. Zodiac again in the end card game. Oh, and then Antlerz unfortunately takes a hit there.
Sniped.
Surprised he didn't go for the Mushroom House. I would have went for the Mushroom House there. He might already feel that he's really far behind, but in all actuality, both these guys are pretty close to each other.
Yeah, but they're both flying blind.
Yeah, unfortunately, Antlerz picks up the star, so he can't even touch the beetle there, unfortunately. So that gives Zodiac a little bit more of a lead now.
One of those few instances where you do not want a star.
Zodiac, at the end of the stage, he's got to be careful of that hammer bro. He gets hit as well, but luckily he has the extra HP. This is going to be close. Oh, does not get the fanfare, but he does get a 1-up, so that's unfortunate for Antlerz, but nonetheless, he's glad he's through the stage. Yeah, going to pick the Mushroom House now. He may have thought about that beforehand and just didn't go for it at the time. Gets a frog suit. Probably one of the best items in the game.
Now, why does everyone say the frog suit is one of the best items? I don't find it that practical.
It's kind of a meme in the community. I would always say if you're going to go for a swag kill on Bowser, you do it in a frog suit. Alright,
Is that even
finding
possible?
5F2. It is, you can. It's very hard, but you can do it. So he find himself in 5F2.
You gotta wonder if they would think to program a secret ending like, oh Mario, why are you a frog? Security, get him out of here!
Zodiac taking down the Boom Boom here. He's moving on, so that should... I think that's going to build the bridge, because they already had one at the beginning. Yep, so that will move them forward to the end of World 4. Zodiac's actually going to play all the Hammer Bros, it looks like. He could have easily music boxed to get through it, but decides not to.
This is the first time I've seen someone actually fly up a bit in one of the hammer stages, and he gets a hammer!
So good item pickup there. He's probably glad he didn't. I think he probably thought the idea of using a music box there.
And Zodiac making very quick work of the Boomerang Bros and getting a music box.
So Zodiac now finds himself in the World 5 airship. He's going to take on Iggy Koopa. Hopefully Iggy behaves this time.
Once a nerd, always a nerd.
So 3 hits for Iggy, so pretty vanilla for him. And Zodiac's going to be heading into World 5, so chat, let's see your guesses for World 5.
I'm gonna go with World 1.
I'm going to go with you on that one too. I think it's going to be World 1.
Piggyback offing me.
So Antler's heading into the World 5 airship here. Hopefully he has a pretty good fight against Iggy as well. And Zodiac going to find what he gets from the princess. Looks like a frog suit. And hey, look at that. World 1. So another hammer lock situation, just like we saw in the last race.
Can you repeat that?
Just saying that he picked up another frog suit, and then the lock was set up the same way we had it in the previous race for World 1.
Ah.
Yeah, so an excellent use there by Zodiac. He skips a few stages, and it's going to make this a pretty fast world. In-card game is back up. He's probably going to go back through. I don't think either one has completely cleared them out, so figuring out where all the rewards are.
Zodiac's just about to.
Yep. So overall, he might play him more. It just depends on how he feels, because they both struggled in the beginning, so he did get 2 hammers out of that. So I think the stars are hammers.
And now we're in the 1-6 regular.
Yeah, kind of the Fred stage, actually, if you think about it.
Yeah, you're right. It's a French vanilla.
So Antler's not too far behind him. He's got the in-card game coming up as well. He's going to play his. Zodiac finishing up 1-6. He's going to be taking on the Hammer Bro and then moving on to the airship. Easily taking down the Hammer Bro. He's going to pick up a Jugum Cloud. Great item for this late in the race. You definitely want to find those. Oh, Antler's made an unfortunate jump there. He's trying to get the P-Speed to fly over the stage. Does not. He will have to play 1-6 one more time. Zodiac finding himself in the World 4 airship.
Wait, that wasn't a French vanilla. That was just plain vanilla, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. Looks like we have an Earthquake Larry here. 2 hits. 3 hits. And a 4-hit Larry with Earthquake. So that's kind of a tough terrain, too, to deal with him, especially with the way the Earthquake hits. So Antler's roughly about 2 stages behind. Zodiac heading out of World 5 at 24:45. We've only got 2 worlds left. I'm thinking World 7's coming up here. Antler's grabbing a leaf there. Zodiac getting another hammer. So we do find World 5 finally. So it looks like 7's going to be in its vanilla spot. And we're going to play a little bit of 3-2 here.
And we see Antler's getting another Jugum Cloud and going into the airship facing off against a 4-hitter Larry.
Zodiac struggling to get out of the way there, but he finally does. Quickly finishing up 3-2. Antler's grabbing the wand here at 25:42. He's moving on to World 6. And this almost the exact same setup they had last time. They had to play 2 stages and then play a fort. Ooh, Zodiac taking an unfortunate death there. Gonna take the frog suit here. Quickly loses it, unfortunately, and so he'll have to swim a little bit slower through this stage. Antler's finding himself in 3-2 currently. Having a little bit of trouble getting out of the water.
Oh, and just barely missing that blooper.
Yeah, Zodiac doing a really good job of maneuvering through the jellyfish there and the blooper.
SpongeBob would be proud.
So Zodiac moving into the fort stage. He's going to look at some items here. Not a bad idea grabbing the tail. He doesn't know what he's going into. Finding 6F3. Using some P-speed strats to move along pretty quickly.
And Antler's losing his frog suit to a jellyfish.
You gotta respect the frog strats. Zodiac coming to the end of 6F3, going to face off against Boom Boom, as Antler's will be heading into it probably shortly after he defeats Boom Boom. So these guys are just a stage apart. It's still a really close race. This is kind of what we saw in the first race earlier against these two. So World 8, I think, is going to play the biggest part when it comes to the end. The Dredd now finding himself, what appears to be 4, I think it's either 4-6 or 4-5, I can't remember, I get these two confused.
Hey, you're still doing better than I am.
So Zodiac seeing the giant enemy set, grabs a star. If you go into the doors, it does change the enemy set for the randomizer, so he could go in there and find a boss bass. So the strategy a lot of times is to go into the door if there's a boss bass to make him disappear. 4-6. All right, thanks guys. Appreciate it. So Antler's finishing up the fort. He'll be heading into 4-6 himself. But he does get the end card game, so let's see if he completes it this time around. Zodiac taking the Paradox Pipe. Finds a coin ship. Looks like he's got 3 stages till the airship here.
See if he can pick up a little something from the Boomerang Bros. And he's gonna get himself a star.
Almost finding himself with too many items he can't use at this moment. And he does find a beta stage.
I like to call this one the Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls.
One of the rarest things, situational levels, because you can't take the 100 coin fine if you're trying to get out of it. So if you see it as a hand stage, you have to complete it. There's no way to, get out of the stage unless you time out or defeat it. Antler's taking an unfortunate death there.
Oh, and Zodiac being munched on at the beginning of the stage.
I know he can't be happy with that, which is probably why he clouded over it and just said, you know what, forget it, let's get out of this world. So Zodiac going to take the top route here on the World 3 airship, where he's going to take on Antler's not too far behind him using the same strat, so Antler's is going in without a power-up though, so might be a little bit slower than Zodiac.
And Roy is more of our boy today, going in it with 4 hits, making himself a bigger boy.
So Zodiac grabbing the off-screen wand. It's going to save him a few seconds on the fall here. Oh, unfortunately, he doesn't get it.
Must have been just a bit too high, too low.
Alright, chat. I'm going to give you one guess on what was next. You get one guess.
World 3?
Could be, you never know.
Get off the stage.
And a true randomizer, we should make all worlds repeatable. Alright, so we got World 7 here. Easy setup here with the pipe. The only pipe in the island is the one you got to take. So this could be a jet. Look at this. We got a fort right at the end, and it's going to be the Air Force. So if this is the correct one, we're talking this is going to be a really fast World 7.
Like supersonic jet.
The difference between the two runners right now, Zodiac is in the lead, but Zodiac has a lot of items at his disposal, where Antler's is kind of running low. He's only got 2 music boxes, 2 hammers, and a star. Because he just used the Speedwing and unfortunately just lost it. So Zodiac does have a little more weapons at his disposal, but you never know. It could be a cruel mistress and make it really hard for Zodiac to catch up. And that is the correct fort, so there we go. He's probably going to music box, which is the smart move, and he's heading right into the World 7 airship, where we see World 2's airship with Ludwig von Koopa at the end.
Let's see what kind of music Ludwig's going to be composing for us today, though.
And I have a feeling Antlerz is probably going to do the same thing. I'd be surprised if he plays the Piranha stage. But he also might do it because he doesn't have any items, so... 2 hits here for Zodiac, 3, 4 hits.
Doing a nice full-length album.
Yeah, so 3246 here on the wand grab for Zodiac. He's headed into World 8, guys. Let's see how many guesses in chat for how many bridges we have. Last time we had 0. I'm going to still say 1 bridge. Alright. Here's Antlerz in his fight against Ludwig. Done a really good job avoiding him there. Unfortunately, the pixels get him there. Alright, Zodiac's seeing 2 stages. He's going to check this first one. It is a fort, and we're saying it's Fort Knox, so this is going to be a really fast stage here for Zodiac. Antler making his second attempt here against Ludwig. Ooh, that second bounce, a little off for him. Oh,
Ooh.
and then again gets him with that hitbox.
Ludwig is not wanting to cooperate today.
Zodiac defeating that stage. He's going to check this first pipe. Let's see where it takes him. Takes him to the hand stage. He sees a lock there, so we know there's one lock. Gonna find 3F1. Should be a fairly easy stage for him. Antler's going on attempt number 3. He does have 0 lives, which shouldn't really affect him too much here. But time loss is time loss, so you just don't want to see it.
Oh, and
So
he
Antler,
finally manages to shut down Ludwig's recording studio.
so Zodiac takes down another fort. So there's only 2 forts remaining here in World 8. He's going to take a peek at this pipe here. We find the Dark World. There's one of the stages. Another pipe. We saw the other tank and the Air Force stage. Looks like another lock. So we have 2 locks.
And
It looks like it might be another one bridge or no bridge situation again.
as Zodiac goes into the World 2 fort, otherwise known as the Spike Fort.
Antler's finding out that he is at Fort Knox and doesn't have a power-up. So he's going to have to take the long way around. This is a very long stage if you don't have a power-up. Zodiac taking on Boom Boom here. So it's 3 of the 4 forts down for him. Okay, so that did something off the screen. Zodiac's kind of peeking around. Sees that lock isn't broken. He's just going to use the hammer, which I think is the right move here. This might take him to Bowser.
Hey, use them if you got them.
So that it might be the L pipes up top that might take him there. Take a look. This should be the correct one. Yeah, the L block will lead him there. So no bridges again.
I think Bowser may need to fire his construction company.
Yeah. So at 3640, Zodiac's heading into Bowser's Fort. Tries to go for the clip there. Doesn't get it. He does have the hammer suit. Antler's using his locks. Trying to play catch up here. He's just kind of stumbling around. But I think Antler's might... He's on the right track. He needs to go back, unfortunately. But he does use that. He's going to find out he made a big circle. Zodiac gets the Everman clip. He's going for the mac and cheese here.
You know, I just had some mac and cheese.
Then you should be good to do the clip then. Doesn't get it to a third try. Not a bad idea. He's just got to watch out for these fireballs. Unfortunately, Antler's is just not finding the correct pipe. I think he might be a little lost here.
Whoa, close one by... And Zodiac makes it with the hammer suit, and with that, what's there left to say but hi Bowser, bye Bowser. Get your GGs out with ZodiacDredd.
Yeah, Zodiac doing a really good job. I believe watching him, he made a really good move there, just using that last hammer on that lock, because he knew at that point he's seen enough locks that he knows where the correct path is. So GG's to him. Zodiac finishes with a race time GG of 38:03.
And with that, it's official. ZodiacDredd and Paratrooper 1 will be advancing into the bracket stage. That's correct, Para.
So
No matter how you do on your match with Antlerz, he cannot mathematically catch up.
So Antlerz does find Bowser stage, so he's got one attempt here with the 0 lives. Got to be careful of that boo though.
But let's give it a shout out for Antlerz. We know he can get through Bowser. Boo is just being a troll.
Yeah, so Paratrooper and Zodiac still have to play to see who gets first place. And that's going to play a big part of where they get positioned in the bracket stages because it goes based off the record and average time.
Let me send the invitations to Zodiac, see if he wants to say a few words.
Antler's heading into the final fight here with Bowser. Very close race by both of these guys again, so it was a really good matchup between the two. It just looked like Zodiac had a little better item management the second time around.
Okay, I see ZodiacDredd is about ready to join us. Let's get a few words with the winner.
Antler's on the final jump here. That should finish up this fight with Bowser. There you go. So Antlerz takes down Bowser. Get your GGs out for him. Unfortunately, he is knocked out of the tournament, but he did display a really good matchup here against Zodiac. Zodiac is a very experienced runner, so not an easy matchup here.
Well, Antlerz does have one shot in the tournament. If Para or Zodiac for some reason cannot make bracket stages, he'll fill in.
So Antlerz finishes with a time of 40 minutes and 11 seconds. So make sure to give GGs. These guys are all really good runners. We all make mistakes in our runs. I know because I do it all the time. So randomizer's not the easiest thing to pick up, but I suggest everyone take a shot at it.
Just sent the invite out to Antlerz, see if he's going to want to say a few words too. And I see both our races are approaching, and hey ZodiacDredd, and hey Antlerz.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
You know, just chilling.
GG Zodiac. A little salty, but yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah, that first race between you guys was a lot closer than you thought. Antlerz was in Bowser's castle before you even found it. So he was already there, and then you happened to go in there, but you still had your hammer suit, which made the biggest difference there. Antlerz did struggle a little bit there at the end, but overall, it was
4 times.
Oh wow. Yeah. That was like a jet seed, the first one. I was like, oh wow. But I figured we were close because it was pretty smooth sailing. So I was like, oh, he's probably, right along.
Yeah. Yeah. I started getting in my last races against Paratrooper, I was lagging really bad. I was like basically playing the game on slideshow mode, and for most of the first race it was fine, and then I got to World 8 and it was not fine anymore. I just started lagging uncontrollably out of nowhere, and it was like that the entire second game too.
Oh no.
You gotta hate when technology works against you.
Yeah. So I mean I'm just more salty about that than anything, but no, GG. I think you were, I guess this probably sealed you moving on.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, the 4-0 does put Zodiac into the brackets guaranteed, but he still has to play against Para to see who gets first place. So should be a pretty good matchup between the two.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha.
So I do have one question for you, Zodiac.
Oh great, here we go. What's that?
What happened in the sand, the quicksand stage?
Oh, I knew that. Yeah, Dude, I'm so rusty, man. Like I'm the timing on jumping out of sand and water, like it always gets me, man. Same with SMW. It's just I don't know. It's like my kryptonite.
Yeah, no, I saw that. I was like, I had to pick on him for that.
Yeah,
I know.
said
I
that.
knew you were gonna bring it up too.
I was like, what happened with their shoes?
Overall,
Yeah.
I felt like both seeds were really good for you guys. Overall, you guys struggled in the beginning of the second one, so were you both thinking the other guy was way ahead at that point?
I definitely was thinking he was way ahead for most of that. That's why I was kind of making some unusual plays at the end. I was kind of gambling a little bit, and like the one in World 5 paid off. I went for the further pipe, and it put me right next to the castle. But I still thought I was way behind, just because I died so many times that seed. Again, due to just slideshow mode. So I figured
I thought
I was watching for you ever since I entered World 5, I was watching for you to finish.
Yeah, I figured I was a little bit behind after the shaky start, but then I felt really good until that windy fight, and then I thought I was way behind there.
Yeah, that windy fight was tough for both of you guys. I did notice Antlers was making a lot of aggressive plays, and ironically, you were a lot closer than you think you were, because I think at the longest point you were behind probably by 3 stages, but because you're playing so aggressively, you're literally a stage behind the entire time. So you had a really good chance of coming back and taking over, because of the first race you found Bowser's Castle, so I was like, wow, this is insane, because he made the right judgment call there to jump ahead to see if he can, make the upset here.
Yeah. I was honestly feeling fine going into World 8, and then all of a sudden, I just completely had to change the way I played. And the first couple times, like, I managed it. Like, if I don't take a hit from that dry bones, I feel like I probably win the first race, because then I took a hit from the fireball in the throne room, and I thought I was still fine until that last statue killed me. And then I got killed by that last statue like 3 more times. So, if I had just not taken a hit from that dry bones, I think I probably would have been okay. Because I think it was like my 3rd or 4th trip through the castle is when I saw him finish.
Yeah, it was tough to see, because I've played you before, and over the years I've watched you play, and I've watched like everybody. I've seen all these people play, but overall you've gotten a lot better at this, and it was really cool to see you face up against Zodiac, who Zodiac and I argue all the time that we're both worse than the other player, but overall we're about the same skill level.
That's not nice to argue about.
I feel like I've gotten worse over the years. Everybody gets better.
That's just me and Zodiac's friendship. We pick on each other a lot, and it's healthy. So
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool to see. I was proud to see Antlers put up a really good fight here, because I've played him before, and just seeing him grow as a player is really cool to see. So
I appreciate it.
So with that, it does knock you out of the tournament, Antlers, but are you planning on doing the Challenger Cup?
I don't know what that is. I honestly had forgotten that I even signed up for this tournament. This tournament, these matches are the only time I've streamed in probably a couple months now, just because I got a new job and been focusing on that. But
Oh, really?
I've been completely out of the loop.
Well, you could have fooled us, because you looked great out there, man. So otherwise, Zodiac, that will put you into the brackets. So this time around, you won't be in the Challenger Cup, so you can't be the reigning champion this year.
Darn. No back-to-backs. Yikes. That's
Wait,
all right.
Look at the bright side. This time, you could end up the champion with a nice, cool amount of cash.
Yeah. But yeah, actually, me and Paratrooper's match is tomorrow, so that should be fun. And yeah, I think that'll be pretty even races as well.
You're gonna want to be careful though. she is quite the racer. She proved that earlier today.
Yeah, I've been watching the races, so it should be a good show. And yeah, I mean, I think we're both in it now, but we still want good seeding. So I think we're both going to be foot on the gas pedal.
Yeah, and I can totally see that between the two of you guys. I mean, with people that are that close in record and finishing up the tournament, you want to get a good, you want to get a higher seed. You also don't want to be putting yourself too low because then you're putting yourself up against the higher matched ones. But other than that, do you guys have anything else you want to say?
No, just thanks SpeedGaming and everyone involved, and yeah, it's been fun so far. So.
Yep, my thoughts too.
Yeah, so I want to give thanks to both our runners, Antlerz and ZodiacDredd. They put on a really good show for us today. Shout out to SpeedGaming, the host, stage setups. Shout out to my co-host here, Mel of Team Rocket. Did a really good job here today.
Thank you.
And for you guys, coming up for more of these SMB3 tournaments, tomorrow we got Ibuba 7 against Sharky 2107. That's starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That should be a really good matchup. Group B still has a lot of matches to play. Following after that, you have Zodiac and Paratroopa facing off at 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. Eastern Time. That will finish up their group. And then we also have one more match that night, S Diesel against Dion Heffley. That starts at 9 p.m. So keep an eye out. We got lots of SMB3 action. Other than that, I hope you all have a wonderful evening.
Take care, everybody, and remember, as always, we'll see you next time at the Mushroom Kingdom. Take care.